Okay, this video is going to go over day 9 notes, matched pairs. So you want to look in your notebook at day 9 matched pairs. So it's in the classwork notes. So you would go to your classwork notes, go to day 9, click into it. You already have the notes sent to you. So we're just going to take these quick notes and then tomorrow we're going to practice. So the matched pairs design we described today during class. It's a special type of blocking. It's blocking design where it's blocking with size 2 blocks. Okay, so specifically the blocks are size 2. And then there's 3 different types that I mentioned today. And the 3 types are pairs of people, or units, I should say. So subjects or units who are most alike with respect to the lurking variable. And remember, we talked about that's really the concept of all blocking is to pair people or block people or group people into homogeneous or homogeneous groups with respect to the lurking variable, the possible confounding variable, I should say. Okay, so there's a few different ways that we can pair people. We can pair people who are most alike with respect to the variable that we're measuring, like height. So pair the 2 shortest people, pair the next 2, pair the next 2, pair the 2 tallest people. Another example that we've seen is twins, because who better to compare yourself to than your twin? But not everyone has a twin, right? They've also referred to married couples. Married couples are not always the same within the couple, but if there's something that we're measuring that they have alike, we compare them like that. And what else have we seen? That's about it, really. And then just pairs of people who are most alike with whatever the confounding variable. The other type we have is self-self. And basically, you would serve as your own control group. Subject or unit serves as own comparison or control group. And the subtypes of that we talked about are, I'm going to get rid of this 3, before and after. So basically you could do both treatments, but you just have to make sure you have adequate wait time between the treatments. And the other one is 2 limbs, I like to say. So basically you have 2 arms. Hopefully you randomly assign the treatment within your 2 arms. You let heads represent your right arm is going to get the new sunscreen. Let tails represent that the left is going to get the new sunscreen. Give the remaining arm the existing formula sunscreen, and then compare your 2 arms to themselves after you go out in the sun for X amount of hours. So 2 limbs, and then very important, we note with matched pairs, it's important that you need 2 treatments. And also important to randomly assign the treatments, and the best way to do that is flip a coin. You could also use random numbers, but it's easier to flip a coin, specifying what heads and tails represent. Meaning which treatments they represent. Okay, so if I go back to self-self, the before and after, the example that we talked about today was measure how far someone jumps before and after taking an energy drink. So we said the 2 treatments were the energy drink and water. So we would flip a coin to decide on the order of which they would be doing either the energy drink or the water. Let heads represent energy drink, let tails represent water. Flip the coin, give them the assigned treatment, have them go jump as far as they can, record the result, and then after adequate wait time, maybe a day or two, to make sure there was no lingering effects of whatever the treatment was, then have them do the jump again with the other treatment, the water or the energy drink, and then compare themselves to themselves. It's important to note that if it's something like an energy drink or maybe even a medication, that can possibly linger in their system for maybe days to weeks. So you would want to have adequate wait time in between treatments. Okay, so that's one self. And the other one, the two limbs, has shown up a few times on the AP in the form of, for example, there was a question about sneakers, and it was about the sneaker types, sneaker type A and sneaker type B. Instead of having blocks of people who are different running classifications, expert runners and runners who are like amateur runners, and comparing them to each other, you could randomly assign the sneakers to the one foot and the other foot, and then have the runner go run with either the two separate sneakers, one on one foot, one on the other, or have them run in a before and after situation with the one type, and then maybe wait a week or so and the other type. Another lurking variable that could have been there would have been the weather, though. The weather could be different from week to week. So basically, matched pairs is kind of like a special type of blocking, because we're kind of honing in on just really how similar we can block people, and pairing them is one option, and then serving as your own control is the other option.